Here we have all our pieces for our press brake. Got the bottom plate, bottom die, and two side rails, and our top punch, and our post and sleeves. First thing we do is we take it over to the shop press, and we're going to press the post down into one of the holes of the base plate. Here we can see that when we do that, it leaves us a nice little reveal on the bottom. And if you caught it, there's a small washer that I had under there to set that depth so that both sides will be the same. Before we weld anything, we want to make sure everything is nice and square. And that looks pretty good. So here you can get a better shot of the recess. I didn't record any of the actual welding because I don't know what long-term damage that will do to the camera being exposed to all that light. But here you can see the finished product. The holes filled with weld. And if you look at the top, it's nice and clean. No weld bead. That was the reason for the effort of putting the holes in the base plate. So now I'm just using a parallel on the base so that I can set the height of the punch relative to the post sleeves. And I know it's upside down. I'm just using this as a jig of sorts to weld this up. I'm going to take a couple measurements, make sure everything is exactly where I want it. And here it is tacked up on one side. I could have tacked them both, but now they're both tacked. So let's put it back together and make sure nothing moved on me. Everything moves freely, so we're still good. Now we can go ahead and finish welding up on both sides. And here you can see that I've done that. So let's put it back together. Everything still moves free, so that's good. We can drop the die in there, get an idea for how things line up. And of course our side rails as well. I don't weld in this bottom die, I make it removable, and you'll see why later. So I put it back together here without the springs. I'm going to use that punch and die to set the locations of the side rails. And we got two side rails, one on each side obviously, and they basically locate the bottom die so that it can be taken out. So I'm going to use some cardstock spacers here because I want a little bit of clearance. And we'll just tack these side rails in place. And here they are tacked up. So now we can take it all apart again. It's a pretty nice fit on that bottom die. Not too tight and not too loose. So now we can finish welding all along the edges of those side rails. And here it is. Let's do our final assembly. I recommend putting some type of a finish on this, just spray bomb, Rust-Oleum or something. Let's see how it works. Here it is in the shop press. This is, if I remember correctly, 063 aluminum. Makes a nice clean corner. So let's try something thicker. That was 1/4 inch by 1 inch that I just had there, but we got to take that bottom die out first. Very little effort to bend that. And that's something we could not have done with the bottom die in place. So, not bad. I think it works pretty well. If you're interested, there's a video of me making all these parts prior to the weld up. I'll put a link in the description below. But that's it. Thanks for watching.